Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I want to do a quick video about physical media, and is physical media worth collecting in 2026? So a lot of you may be new collectors, some of you may be just finding physical media for the first time, some of you may have known about physical media but never collected it, and you might be doing your research whether you should jump in and start your own collection in 2026. So what I want to talk about is it worth it for you personally? Well, I have to start with what physical media is, and you might already know this, but physical media is a representation of something you love. It's something that when you pull it off the shelf, there is often a disc in there, and you can grab it, you can take that disc out, and then you have your disc you can play that contains the movie or the songs or whatever sort of medium you're collecting. In 9 times out of 10 with DVDs, it's movies, with CDs, it's songs, so on. That's what physical media is. It's a physical representation of something that you want to watch, like a movie or something you want to listen to in music. That is what physical media is at its heart. But how do you collect it, and is it worth it? Well, I think it's personally worth it because I am a little bit biased. As you can tell, I'm a little bit biased. But I think physical media is great. And why do I think physical media is great? Because in the modern age, we see stuff that gets restorations. And let me find it right here because I'm going to show you what I mean. South Park has had restorations recently, or in the past 10, 15 years, where they went back to seasons 1 to 5 and made them 16:9 for the modern TVs. They gave them a new animation. But they kept the original audio there, I think. But this is not the same as the original DVDs that had the Matt and Trey intros, and they had like Indian Companion and stuff like that, you know, all the little things, and they had the docs changing in every scene, and, you know, it's not the same as this. And the reason why you would go back and collect physical media is because if you want it as original to broadcast as you can, particularly with DVD, it is as close to the version you got back in the day as possible. Now you might say, I want it to look good on a modern TV. Why would I collect DVD when it's going to be locked at a certain frame or certain resolution? Well, DVD is Old Faithful. You can call it Old Faithful. It's Old Yeller, essentially. Although I think no one's taking it out behind the woodshed right now. But it's Old Faithful. It works on just about everything these days. There are so many ex-DVD, or so many DVD players out there in the wild. You can get them pretty cheap. You can get the ones that work on your computer pretty cheap. DVD is so readily accessible that you can watch it and interact with it however you want. You can buy a dedicated player. You can put it in anything from the PS2 onwards, essentially. You can put it in your computer. You can put it in your... You can put it in whatever you want. They probably even have toasters you can put them in. Who knows? Also, don't put them in a real toaster. That will break the disc. But there is so many ways you can interact with it. I think when you look at Blu-ray and 4K, that's where enthusiasts start to collect from. They will collect from Blu-ray because a Blu-ray starts at 1080p resolution. On a HD TV, 1080p Blu-rays are going to look great. Even if it's a 4K TV, they're still going to hold up relatively well when they're upscaled. 4K is a bit more enthusiastic or enthusiast driven because this is for like the hardcore who want the best it's ever looked in terms of, you know, it's Friday the 13th today, by the way, just in case you didn't know. This is going to look phenomenal. This is going to look great. And, you know, the thing about this is that it's the best it's ever looked. It's probably going to be the top resolution format we ever get. So if you're going to collect on your once and you're like, I don't want to upgrade endlessly, if you're like, I'll pay the bit extra, then you go 4K. But I would say if you're not sure about whether you want to collect 4K, DVD still pulls its weight, and you can get a lot more on DVD. I'm looking at The Simpsons here. Simpsons didn't release the early seasons on Blu-ray, and there are big gaps up to Blu-ray. I think Blu-ray started at season 12 or 13. Season 13, I think that's the first Simpsons Blu-ray that came out. It might be seasons before that, but this is the one I've got that starts my collection. Down here, I can get season 1 all the way through. I don't think I have season 18 or 19. I've got 17, yeah, I don't have 18 or 19. But I've got basically every season of The Simpsons on physical media up to 20. And, you know, if I want to watch Who Shot Mr. Burns, I can grab season 6 and I don't have to rely on Disney Plus, and I know this is as close to broadcast as possible. This is the version that was released back in the day. And one of the versions that were released on DVD. You also get the original artwork, you get the original menus. The Simpsons used to be notorious for hiding things in the DVD menus. And, you know, there is so much on DVD, particularly, that you just can't get on other formats. I'm looking at The Adventures of Superman, the original George Reeves version, George Reeves. That is the original Superman. You cannot get that on Blu-ray, at least to my understanding. You can get Chappelle's Show, another great show, you know. You can get that on DVD. I don't think you can get that on Blu-ray at this day and age. But Chappelle's Show, another great show. DVD has such a massive catalogue that nothing comes close. Even Blu-ray, which is comparable, Blu-ray has 1/5, I'm estimating here, I don't know if this is accurate, but it has about 1/5, if I had to guess, of the catalogue that DVD has. And it could be even 1/10. And with 4K, you're talking even lower. You're talking about 1/50th of the catalogue that DVD has. So if you wanted to collect all your favourite films, it seems like a no-brainer to go DVD. But resolution is going to be the trade-off. And whether that's worth it for you comes down to how you're interacting with it. Is it something you're going to be watching commonly? Is it something you're just ripping to put on a phone? Is it something that you're maybe just going to sit in a drawer in case the power goes out or whatever? You need to look at how you're interacting with it, how you want to interact with it. If you just want to watch the Brady Bunch and you can't get it on streaming or whatever, then you can't get the Brady Bunch on, you can't get that on Blu-ray, at least to my knowledge. I don't think you can get it on Blu-ray. I know they've started releasing like Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie and stuff on Blu-ray, but I don't think they've got around to the Brady Bunch yet, and the Addams Family and so on. But if you want to watch the Brady Bunch, the DVD is the right way to go, unless you're going to try to stream it on like Paramount Plus or something. And even then, like, if the whole point is to get away from streaming, then it seems like a no-brainer to have the Brady Bunch. Maybe it's your favorite show. Maybe you want to have a representation of your favorite show. Maybe you want to have 24. Where's season 5 here? I'll get season 5 because that was the best season in my opinion. But season 5 to 24, if you just wanted to experience one of the best seasons of television ever made, you could easily get that on DVD. And you could probably pay $6 for this. You could probably pay like a couple of dollars, maybe even cheaper. You could get the whole box set for maybe $40 with every season in it. But that's what I mean. You can have a bit of picking and choosing with DVD. With Blu-rays, it's a bit more expensive, and with 4K, it's very expensive, especially if it's one of those niche releases. So why am I telling you all this? Well, there's a lot of new collectors in the space. There's a lot of people who are trying to see if it's worth justifying a cost, whether it's worth buying physical media, whether it's worth actually investing like some of these big collectors, like myself, who go out and buy, or used to buy everything, whether it's worth doing that, or whether your preference is to essentially buy only your favorites. Maybe you just want Titanic, maybe you just want the MCU. It's a lot more accessible on DVD. And while I say this, I know some of you are going to be like, oh, but don't even start below 1080p, it's just going to look ugly on a TV. If you just have an old school like plasma or an old school thing that's not 4K resolution, DVD is going to hold up surprisingly well. And even on modern TVs, DVD is still going to hold up surprisingly well, because there's a lot of AI features that upscale very well DVDs. And I wanted to leave this very short, this video. I don't want to do some long drawn out video because I want people to be quickly into the topics, get to where they need to, and make the decision. I think where you benefit is when you start having the catalogue, when you start having the players dirt cheap, you can pick and choose pretty elaborate sound systems for DVDs that you could probably get for $100, $200. And these are like the top of the range back in the day. These are the ones you would have paid $4 or $5 grand for when they first came out. You can get those for hundreds of dollars these days, like less than maybe a couple of $100. Whereas if you're buying the latest 4K player, I know the Panasonic 820, the player I use, the Panasonic UB820, that goes for about $600 now in Australia, maybe even $700, $800, because that's top of the range. And yes, you can get ones that work on your computer. You can get all those ones. You can maybe have the add-on for the PS5 or the Xbox Series to have the disc drive. But it's not the same. And I'm making this clear, like, it's more expensive to get into 4K. And if you have endless amounts of money that you can just throw at the problem, then you're not going to have to worry about this problem. This is not a you problem. This is something that you have to figure out. Like, this is something for someone else to figure out. But if you're looking at collecting 4K, be aware it's more expensive. And 9 times out of 10, sometimes the restorations just aren't great. Honestly, I'm being straight with you. Sometimes the restorations are poor, they're pretty poor. But I would say if you're starting out and you want to know what you're getting into, look within. Do you care about resolution? Do you care about 1080p? Do you care about 4K resolution? Or do you just want something that says, oh, I just want to watch my favorite TV show when I want to watch it. I want to watch Back to the Future on the movie, but I don't care if it's 4K. I just want to watch something like, I just want it there. Then why not just go DVD? If your intention is to stream it non-stop and have the Blu-ray simply as a back-end copy just in case streaming goes down, doesn't hurt to have DVD as a backup copy. Doesn't hurt. Or if you really want to go nostalgia, go to watch VHS as well. VHS players, although VHS is starting to get like a niche kind of more collector market, so VHS tapes have been going up. But I would say in terms of DVD, there's so much of them out there still that you can get. You can pretty much collect every DVD you can imagine for under $500 that you can possibly think of, that you can possibly be like, oh, my 500 favorite movies. You could probably get those for under $150, $200 if you do it right, if you buy bulk sets and so on. And if you really wanted to go out and put them together, you could probably do $1 a disc at some places, $1 a case, or $1 release. I don't know, maybe this is for you, maybe this video is not for you, but I would love to know what you think about this video. Jump down in the comments and let me know, and I'll put a couple of end screens here if you want to watch some of my videos. I've got other channels, so you can check out some of these videos. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Also, follow me on Instagram, Jamie Toomey Presents. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. Do what you need to do. Check out my other stuff. Comment on everything. Say hi to Geraldo. I've got a little toy draft that's on here. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.